Hello, welcome to Talking Politics with Peter Beimers. I am Peter Beimers. If you like this sort of thing, like and subscribe, and click the bell for notifications, and feel free to share as well. Let's talk environmental virtue signaling. Now, the New Blue Party is known for wanting to cancel the wind turbines, taking them down, saving consumers money that way, as well as to canceling the subsidies for electric cars. Now, I'm not going to focus in on the windmills today, but I would like to focus in on the electric car thing. In 2035, Trudeau mandated that every new car bought in Canada has to be an electric vehicle. And Ford complied by starting a new plant right here in Oxford County with the Ingersoll plant to build EVs. And recently it shut down that production line because the demand for EVs was not there. This is a gross government imposition on the people. They're dictating to the people what kind of cars they must drive, rather than letting the people dictate what cars they want to drive. The irony being is that in the States they're protesting and rioting because they believe that the King, Trump, as they call him, is dictating his will against the people. Meanwhile, we have the same thing actually happening here in Canada, of the will of the government being imposed on the people rather than the will of the people being dictated to the government of what they should be doing. The government works for the people, not the people for the government. Now, with this mandate going on and Ford complying, you almost have to ask yourself and to those politicians who support this, do you have stock in electric vehicles? Is that why you want this? Do you want your stock to, your personal value and your personal income to jump because of the mandates that you've put in place? It seems ridiculous. They're taking a page out of the American Congress of, if you know anything about the Nancy Pelosi Act, you should look it up. It seems like what's going on here, they're mandating the people buying electric vehicles, even though they don't want electric vehicles. If you want to buy an electric car, then knock yourself out, buy one. I don't care. But you should be free to do it freely, out of your own free will. Let this free market dictate what kind of cars are bought, sold, manufactured. Now, there was a time when people wanted bigger cars, SUVs, and so the manufacturers met that demand and sold bigger vehicles. Then there was a demand for practical, fuel-efficient cars because gas was getting so expensive. They wanted something that was very economic on the gas, and so the market dictated they wanted that, and the manufacturers met that need. There is no demand out there in the free market for electric cars and to do away with gas-powered vehicles. Like I said, if you want to buy an electric car, knock yourself out. But don't do it in the name of saving the environment. These EVs cost 4 times as much, some more, and during the life of the vehicle does much greater harm to the environment they claim to save. The people who say that these EVs are going to save the environment, they're cleaner for the environment, they're only looking at a very small snippet of the EV's lifespan, and that is the time they're actually on the road. They're not. Almost refuse to look at what it takes to build these things and to dismantle these things. So, in fact, they only look at the life of the vehicle on the road, but they ignore the birth and they ignore the death of the vehicle. There are some concerns about these electric vehicles as well. These fires, if an electric EV was to catch on fire, they burn so much hotter than a regular car. Fire departments are saying we don't have nothing to put them out. We just let them burn out rather than put them out. I have seen people trapped in electric vehicles after a fender bender or a collision on the 401. They're just parked off on the side or wherever they come to a stop, and because everything's electric, the doors lock and they cannot open the vehicles and they're trapped inside. Now, do you want to be that person trapped inside when all of a sudden you smell an electric smoke fire going on and you know you're about to be toasted? I wouldn't want to be one of those people. The infrastructure also is just not there to support electric vehicles for the population of Canada. They take so much longer to charge. You don't have the range. We live in a climate where it's just not feasible. And most importantly, or as importantly, a lot of the minerals and parts, components that we are dependent on to run these electric vehicles come from China and only China. Why do we want to have our auto industry dependent on China? Let's build vehicles at home, be they gas, electric, whatever. Let the free market dictate what kind of vehicles we are driving on the road. I, for one, will never buy an electric vehicle. I'm quite happy with the Hyundai that I have. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded, and feel free to share as well. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Beimers, and we'll see you next time.